Good morning, everyone, and happy Friday. Come on in. Thank you for coming and joining me today for the weekly live for relationship communications. Welcome to this week's weekly live. I'm thrilled that you're here. And if you are joining me live, please do say hello. Let me know where you're coming in from. And we are streaming on various different platforms. So if you are watching us today on YouTube, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and ring the bell so that you can be notified every time that we do go live. So again, I'm thrilled that you're here with us today. And for those of us joining us for the first time, I want you to know I'm Lisa DeTavel, the founder of Relationship Communications. It's my online community where I work with established and aspiring entrepreneurs. And today I'm going to be your host for the Relationship Communications Weekly Live, which is my weekly live stream show that airs every Friday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. And my goal here is to share tactical and practical information to help you get where you want to be faster than you can go on your own. I've been an entrepreneur for 6 years and I've made many mistakes. And I'm here to tell you I can help you move through them more quickly by sharing what I have learned through my experiences. So let me know again where you're coming in from if you're joining me live. And if you're watching us on YouTube, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Thank you for joining me today. If you're watching this later, also you can use hashtag replay to let me know that you are watching this at a later time. So today we're going to talk about the right tools. You know, all of us use different tools in our business, right? So I'm going to share with you some tools that may be helpful for you. But before we dive into our topic, I'm going to introduce myself. So this was me when I was a preschool teacher back in 2017. I was a teacher for over 25 years, and I had always dreamed of working from home. But I had been through 2 messy divorces and been a single mom twice, and it didn't seem possible. So, of course, I was the breadwinner for the family, for my household, and was scared to take that chance or take that leap and go out and do something on my own. So I met my current husband, Jeff, in 2012, and we were married in 2016. So then I started to see the possibility of my dream actually coming true. However, it was not an easy task to get to that place. So with Jeff's support, I started a training program to learn how to be a virtual assistant in 2018, which showed me how to start my own business as well. So by the end of that program, I had a couple of clients and have continued to grow my business. And now the Tiger Eye Solution team as well. That was established in 2021. But I grow my business and my team continuously every year. So my life looks a little bit different now than it did back then. Of course, this is me and my husband, Jeff, and our 3 children, Caleb, Matthew, and Alyssa, and our 3 grandchildren, the twins, JP and Hattie, and then the newest grandbaby that was born in June of this year, Anakin. So he has not made it to a family photo yet. We have not updated our family photos, but that is coming in the near future. So again, our topic for today is the right tools. Arm yourself with the right tools that you need to run your business. I have a lot to share about this topic today, so I hope you can stay with me and listen to everything I have to share. So again, we're going to talk about the tools you need to run a business. Some of you may think that you need an all-in-one tool, or you need to spend a lot of money on tools. And today we're going to talk about how you can have all the tools that you need and spend very little money on these tools, okay? I didn't choose these tools we're going to talk about today because they are practically free or free. I chose them because they solved a problem that I had when I first started my business. So just like you solve, whatever problem for your clients and customers, right? You want your tools to solve a problem for you and your business. Because how are you going to be successful serving your clients and customers if you don't have the right tools in place for your business to help you do that, right? So, lost my place there. Sorry, I do have some notes. So, yes, you want the right tools to solve the problem that you help your clients and customers with, or that you support them with, or supports your business so you can help them be successful. So I see business owners choosing tools or investing in tools because it's like a job to run a tool. Yes, they think they need this tool or that tool, but then they don't know how to use it. So there's a learning curve. They have to go, learn it, take the time to learn it, or sign up for a training to learn how to use it, etc. So, and that comes more like part of their job, right? To run that tool, to learn how to use that tool, all the things. And you don't want it to be like that. You want it to be just the opposite, where the tool is, useful for you in your business, sure, of course, but you want it to be convenient and easy to use as well. So, and it doesn't have to be really expensive, because there's really no need for it to be, right? And there's numerous tools out there you can start out with for free, or very little, payment. So you just have to explore. I'll get into that more in a little bit. The other thing that I see too is that people buy or pay for tools that they think they're going to need in the future. Do not do that. Just do not do that. I was talking to someone recently that bought a $700 shopping cart application or solution that she thought she might need in the future because she thought it was on sale, and it actually wasn't. Like, a one-time payment of XYZ, whatever the payment is. Or you can get a lifetime access, to this tool for X amount of dollars, whatever. Because of the marketing, she was led to believe that this was a super great deal, and she was going to save a lot of money. Don't fall into this future trap, okay? You don't need to buy tools you think you're going to need in the future. Wait and buy it when you're ready to use it, okay? If it is a tool you think you might need later, well, wait till later to get it, right? So for, say, $19 a month, they paid, for a 2 years service or whatever. And that was ridiculous. And they thought if they canceled it, it would mean that they wouldn't be able to do their podcast or whatever it is, if it was a platform that they bought for their podcast, that they were going to start a year from that given time, or a year from now, or whatever. Don't do that. That's just so silly, right? They spent $48 on a platform that they were not even using. Or $480. I did the math wrong. On a platform they weren't even using. That was a lot of wasted money, right? The point is, just don't do it. Don't feel like that somehow by paying for it, it's going to get you to some other place. By starting to pay the monthly payments now, it's going to help you to start your podcast sooner, or you'll be ready to start your podcast in a year, or whatever the case may be, right? Just don't do that. This person could have easily canceled it and signed up again when they were ready to start their podcast. But to my knowledge, they still have not started their podcast. They were paying for this tool for X amount of time and paying X amount, so much money for it, and they weren't using it. It was not benefiting them in any way, shape, or form. So you definitely don't want to do that. So having the right tools is going to make you more efficient, more productive, and it's going to make you happier. The reason is it will make you happier is you're not going to be upset because things are broken. There's nothing worse, than I want to get something done and I can't get there because my tool is broken, right? This is so, disappointing and frustrating sometimes too, to be honest. So someone once told me that you shouldn't buy a tool until you're ready to use it. And when you do, get the best one you can to get the job done, whatever that job is you're trying to do. Okay. So let's talk about a baseline of tools. Okay. If you're just starting out your business, or maybe you're just now reaching a specific point in your business to where you actually do need some tools to help leverage your business and your clientele, etc. So base tools that you need for a business, then you can add to them as you need to, as your business grows or as you move forward in your business, you gain more clients, customers, etc. You can add more tools. Okay. So the first thing you will need is a reliable computer. You may or may not need a printer. I don't print that much. So if you're not printing a lot and the money is tight, hold off. Just don't bother with a printer. Okay. So you may not need a whole lot of office setup. It really depends on where you're going to be working from. Right. And, if you've had a job in the past, if you're just now starting out and you had a job in the past, you may have had an office that was already equipped with everything you need. If you're just now starting your business and you're setting up your office or your workspace, whatever that looks like for you, you might not can afford a printer right now, and that's okay. But when you can afford having a printer and a scanner, it's a good idea to have one. Okay. So, there are some things you may need to manage as your business grows. Okay. The first thing that's going to happen, and it can happen pretty fast, you will need to organize your digital files, especially if your business is going to be in the online space. Okay. You're going to have digital files. And there is a way to do that. You can use OneDrive, which is a Microsoft product. You can use Dropbox or Google Drive or whatever it is that you have. Okay. I don't recommend putting them in documents. You want them to be backed up to the cloud in some way as well. So the thing about being virtual, my Dropbox documents, it's an application I work on. They are, they're stored in my hard drive, but they're also stored in the cloud. And that means I can log into, my client's website or their email inbox or whatever and see everything I need to see. I can access them on my hard drive, or if I take my laptop, and on a trip with me or something and I have to do something for a client, I can access all that. So the reason I like it is because I sometimes work on different computers as well. In my work, sometimes on my husband's computer, for an example. And it helps, I can get to where I need to go, right? If my stuff is stored in the cloud, I can still access it, right? Now let's talk about the organization and structure, because when you're virtual, you want to be successful. You don't want to be struggling and looking for stuff all over the place, right? So I'm just like everyone else. Most people have personal files, like taxes or medical information, pictures, all the things. And some of that's a hot mess. My pictures is definitely a hot mess. But I have all kinds of things I've downloaded from the internet for my personal use. and they're all a hot mess, but I do have it labeled, personal, right? I haven't taken the time to organize them any better than that. Hopefully sometime in the future I can do so, but I hold myself accountable when it comes to my clients' work because it belongs to them. It doesn't belong to me, right? If I create a downloadable freebie or a Word document or a PowerPoint or whatever I create, and they need to send it to me, they might not have theirs. They may not know where theirs is located. They may ask me, to make edits or corrections or change something or whatever the case may be, and they can't find it. I still have it, so I can still access it and make the edits or updates, whatever it is they want me to do. So I really hold myself accountable to keeping all of their information neat and clean and organized, because it's important that I do that, right? And there's a couple of easy ways to do this. Think in terms of categories at the top level of your file categories. I have clients, a file category for clients. I have a file category for Tiger Eye Solution. I do have a team, so I have various different things for my team and for my business. And then I have personal as well. So all my personal things go in that one. So everything goes into a specific folder. I can organize my personal, break it down into pictures, my tax stuff, all the different things that I might have on the personal side and get that organized. And my clients, each folder, my clients all have a folder themselves, and each client has a folder with the first name and last name on it. And then I use subfolders under that to categorize, if I'm doing their newsletter. Okay, so newsletter information is going to be in one. Say I'm cleaning up their email inbox, that information is going to be in another subfolder. Say I'm doing some social media for them, that information is going to be in another subfolder. I may be doing various different things for one specific client, and I want to have easy access to it whenever it's time to do that specific task again, right? So you create the subfolders and all that information goes in there. So another example, if a client sends me a bunch of headshots, it goes into a subfolder labeled headshots for that specific client. And so you want to keep it really clean, and the days are gone. Some of you may not have been old enough to know what I'm talking about, but it used to be that you only had to have 8 characters and a dot, something like 3 letters in order to tell you what the file was. Some people have all kinds of crazy ways of naming files, and that's fine. You don't have to do that anymore. So don't be shy about naming a file, whatever it is. The next thing I want to talk about is Microsoft Office. Some of you may be Mac users, and that's fine. You may or may not have Microsoft Office. I believe that Microsoft Office is on the baseline, one of the baseline tools that you will need. You'll need to get maybe a student edition or the beginner edition or whatever. And all you need is Word, Excel, and PowerPoint, because those are going to be the top 3 things you probably use for yourself and possibly for clients, depending upon what type of business it is you have. You might not even need all of those, but I'm going to guess that you definitely at least need Word and Excel. Word is where you create a document. Excel is where you create a spreadsheet. You can also use these in Google if that works better for you versus Microsoft Office. Both kind of serve the same purpose, because clients that are going to send you files are probably going to use that tool. Most clients use Microsoft Office, so you need to have Microsoft Office as well. Like I said, most professionals use Microsoft Office. So most people will have Word, and that's a platform that you're probably going to use. Now we are going to talk about password management. This is an essential thing as well, okay? And why it's important. So when it comes to your business and your life, maybe all your passwords are like your street name, the number of your house, or your grandson's name and birthday, or something like that, okay? In order to be safe, it's important that you have unique passwords for each thing that you log into in your business. Hopefully, your clients are going to do the same. When you are managing 5 to 10 clients, I generally have at least 5 to 10 different logins for each client. So this may or may not be the case for you and your clientele or your business, depending upon what type of business you have. But some clients have a lot of different things that they're going to need to send you. And there are several applications that do this well, keep up with the passwords. So one of them is NordPass, OnePass, Dashlane, and LastPass. That's 4 examples right there of platforms you can use to keep your passwords safe. Okay. I have been using LastPass, since I started my business for the past 6 years, for a very long time. And yes, they may have had some issues in the past, but that has been handled. So keep that in mind. And I have no intentions of leaving LastPass anytime soon, because I have way too much information in there. So definitely think about and get one of these platforms set up with your passwords. I'll name them again: NordPass, OnePass, Dashlane, and LastPass. Those are 4 different platforms you can use to keep your passwords safe, okay? So when someone or a client sends you, their password stuff, you're not struggling. You can just go straight to that platform and save it in there. Or they can send it to you through that platform even, whichever one they may use. So let's talk about project management software. This is another big one. So project management software, imagine you have got, 10 to 15 clients or customers, and you want to keep track of the steps in your process, or, how many times you've had a conversation with them, or they bought this or they bought that. You need a place to keep up with that kind of stuff. You don't just want to write it down on a piece of paper. Yes, I get it. I'm old school and I use pen and paper sometimes as well. And some of you may do the same, but this is not a place where you want to use pen and paper. Okay. So here's an example. Imagine I had 15 clients and I had newsletters for all of them. Some of them I did once a week, some of them maybe once a month, and some of them bi-monthly. Okay. Now that's 15 different newsletters. Okay. That's a lot of newsletters. Each client has different steps in their process of doing their newsletter. They may want to set up differently, different types of information shared, all different things. They also may send me graphics or photos to include in their newsletter. There's all kind of different things. So project management allows me to create checklists for each client and have them in an organized way. So one client wants me to publish their newsletter every other Thursday. He has 10 steps. He wants me to put it on his social media in a certain way. He wants me to resend the newsletter to people that didn't open it, 3 days later. And he wants me to put it on his blog. So I need all that in that project management system under John Smith, whoever the client is. Another client wants something completely different, or they may, want their newsletter done in a totally different way. This way, I'm able to make templates in a project management software in order to manage all that. So if I could see at any moment where I was in the middle of 15 different newsletters without breaking a sweat. 15 newsletters is a lot for 15 different clients. So when I'm doing John Smith newsletter, he might want it this way. When I go do the Sally Jones's newsletter, hers is totally different. She wants different things included. The template's different, all the things. She may even be in a different platform because there's different platforms that you can create newsletters in as well. So I need all the steps and everything included in one place where I can access it quickly and easily when it's time to work on John Smith's newsletter versus Sally Jones. Today I might be working on John Smith's newsletter. Tomorrow or Monday, I might be working on Sally Jones's newsletter. So I need to know the steps and exactly how they want it set up and put together, right? So project management software will help me do that. It makes it easy for me to manage all the templates because they're all in one place, right? And I can see it at any given moment, where I was in the middle of those 15 different newsletters. And I see this, it helps me in my business, because I might get busy with something else, but yet on my to-do list, it says, do John Smith's newsletter. So yeah, it makes it really simple and easy. I can just go to my platform, go into John Smith's file, and there it is. It's all laid out for me. So, and two, that helps me to go to bed at night and not wonder, oh no, what did I forget? I didn't forget nothing because I followed what was in my project management to get it completed, right? This way, I could just look at it and say, I'm good. All good. His newsletter's ready to go. And when I first started out, I used paper and pencil. Told you, I'm old school. So yeah, when I first started my business, paper and pencil was my go-to. But now I use more online platforms to help keep me organized because I have a whole lot more clients now than I did when I first started, right, in 2018. So, I had a notebook for each client back then, and I still kept it organized, just in a different way. So my notebooks was my project management back then. I have since gotten rid of the notebooks, but and use a project management tool online. And, at that time it worked great because I'd only had a handful of clients. Now I have so many more than that. So that kind of organization would not work today. And it started to get confusing, trying to figure it all out with the pen and paper. So let's talk about tools in this way. When your tool is no longer working, it's probably not you. What has happened is your business has grown beyond it. Okay. So instead of getting upset, I want you to say, yay, my business is growing. That's a good thing, right? You just need to find the tool that is right for you at that specific time for your business. Okay. I'm going to give you a few examples of some project management tools that you might want to check out and see which one might work best for you. So Basecamp is a project management tool. Trello is a project management tool. Asana is also one. Teamwork, ClickUp, and Dubsado. Those are all different project management tools. I'm going to repeat that list again. Basecamp, Trello, Asana, Teamwork, ClickUp, and Dubsado. Like I said, there's a lot of different tools out there. Just make sure that the tool you choose is solving your problem. I hope this information was helpful for you today. I know it was a lot, so I tried to move through it quickly. If you have any questions about anything I shared today, please send me a message. I'll be happy to jump on a call and discuss it with you. Again, if you're watching on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to our channel so you can be notified every time we do go live. And we are looking forward to the holiday season. We have something new that we're rolling out. We just rolled it out for the holiday time. It's called a VIP day. This is Tiger Eye Solution has came out with what they call a VIP day. And what that is you get so many different tasks completed in one day by myself and my team. So it has started to post on social media. I will also post it in the relationship communications group if I have not done so already. But there are 5 different services that you can get in one day if you sign up for a VIP day. Now, you do need to sign up for a consultation first. The consultation is free. The VIP day, of course, is going to cost you a little bit. And it depends on if you choose 5 services or 3 services. So we have 2 different options. There are specific services that we're offering: email newsletter, 3 hours of email management, cleaning out your inbox, 2 social media posts with graphics and hashtags, all the things, 1 blog post, 500 to 750 words, and follow up with 10 different people. Those are the 5 services we're offering. So you can sign up for all 5 services for one price point, or you can pick and choose 3 of those 5 services and sign up for 3 services at a different price point. But again, you do need to have a free consultation with me prior to signing up. Well, not prior. If you want to go ahead and sign up for your VIP day, perfect. And then I will set up a time for your free consultation call, just to see what type of business it is you have and what services you would like. Then we'll go from there. I hope everybody has a great weekend, and I will see you again next week.